Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here with another DBT03 new right line deck profile, which is Gravidia Nordlinger. So this involves another new kind of set orders that we can play, and the playstyle is very different to the previous build that we have. Which prison you do kind of taking away units from everywhere into the prison, and your opponents need to do a lot of things, pay a lot of resources to get them back, which at the same time, with more units in the prison, you also get a lot of advantage, and once the advantage actually pulls in a high differences, you probably can win the game. And we have Office, which also use set orders, and you need to have like at least 2 set orders there to maximize your ability, and you can call tokens to help you out to fight. So you can save a lot of cards in hand to protect yourself and purely use the tokens to help you bash your opponents. But with this, we are now being introduced to another set orders, which is meteor cards. And I will tell you how many meteors I play in a bit. But before we talk about the right line and such, and the main content, let's talk about this set orders, which I think is the key of the deck. So this is set orders, and you can use up to 16. So you can see this power is more than 4. And then this order, when you set on an order zone, no matter by effects or just purely play and sets, you can soul charge 1. You can choose not to, or you can do. And if you use your Vanguard skill to put this order cards on the order zone, you can choose to draw 1. So like if you use your Vanguard skill to put this on the order zone, you first can choose to soul charge 1 or not, and even if you don't soul charge, you can still get to choose draw 1 or not. That is something great about this card. And this card also got another skill, is when this card from order zone goes to drop zone, doesn't exactly tell you how. So if your opponents have a way to actually break this card and put it to the drop zone from order zone, you can also get to retire one of your opponent's free cards, which is very great, because we do have skills to put these cards down to drop and do something, and at the same time the meteor will go down and burn something in return, which is very great. Now let's get back to our right line. So we have a Great Zero, we have our Great One Wells. When on ride on Vanguard Circle, you look at top 7 of the cards and choose any number of the meteor that you see from those 7 cards at your hand and shuffle your deck, any number you want. Because we do want some order cards in our hand, so that we can play them every single turn. So having a chance to look at 7 and get more than 2, that's really helpful, and you can see why in a bit. And the second skill is once per turn, if your Vanguard is Nordlinger, you can actually soul blast 1 and put up to 2 meteor cards from your hand set to your order zone, and for the turn plus 2k, which the plus 2k doesn't really matters too much, but being able to speed up the process and place 2 more and not counting on your normal order play, this really helps to not only speed up the process but also help you getting the numbers actually quicker, and you don't waste a lot of cards in your hand. And in grade 2, we do have our Baringer, which you can simply just soul blast free to draw 1 if you have a meteor card and you play this card onto your field. It's a once off on place. You can also get a draw 1, so draw 1 plus 5, so you can hit good numbers, not only just 10k, and as long as you have a total of 5 set order cards in your drop or your order zone, this card will get plus 5k, and it's also active during your opponent's turn, so it can be just stays there for 15k. It's not that easy to get killed, unless they are Bastion that with Grade 3 simply pump them to 15k. but they still need to willing to touch you. If not, usual decks like they need to have their 10 plus 5 units, and those usually have some kind of condition, so it's not that easy to get there. And then our boss, the Nordlinger, her skill is when you place her on Vanguard Circle, you can pick up to 2 melee cards from your deck, set to your order zone, and shuffle your deck. So another way to speed up your process, and basically the only card that activates the draw of your meteor. And the second skill is when it attacks, counterblast 1, and choose up to 1 any orders you like of the meteor cards to put from your order zone to your drop zone. If you put 1, plus 50k. If you put 3 or more, plus 1 crit. If you put 5, and on top of these 2, you also get to double your trigger effects for the turn, which it did say activate 2 times, so it's not that you pull a crit, you need to put all 20k and 2 crit onto the same unit. No, it's like you pull a crit, you get 10k and crit separately to anywhere you want, and you do that action again. Yeah, so this can basically helps you double your over trigger, double your crit, double draw, double heal, double front, whatever you want to. And you can see in the trigger lineup that what I actually choose. Yeah. Now, main deck. 3 more Nordlinger, 2 more of the Baringer, and 2 more of the Wells. So these are the cards that are already in the right deck, so I'm not explaining them too much as I already explained the skill. But having this 15k extra and the draw power really helpful. And since she can also plus 5k when you use the Solar Spirit skill, so she can just be 20k somehow. And then as extra support, I'm playing 2 of the pre-Brandt. So she is on hit, search a order card from your deck and set to your order zone. So help you to actually find the meteor cards, because there are chances that you don't see a meteor card at all in your hand, and you still want to speed up the process. So you can simply just play her out and do that. But when you are starting the lack of set orders, you probably won't use a skill, because you always want to use your Vanguard skill to put 2 so you can actually get a draw. And something very similar to Beringer, which is Stunno. So with Stunno, you also get plus 5k if you have 5 or more set orders totally in your order zone drop, but this card also get 5k shield, so she can just be a 10k shield by herself, which is kind of better than Beringer, because you do want to survive, and this card helps you to do that. But just talking about the plus power, this is simply just better, because you still get a chance to plus an extra 5k. And PGs, just because I only have 2 myself, if not I will use 4. So even if you see them different, just see as I'm using 4, because I don't actually own a Brandt deck, or I don't get to have the singles of the Brandt share, so that's all I have right now. But these 2 I basically just pull them when I go to logos and buy some packs, and if I see more, then I'll use more. So yeah, basically PGs are PGs, nothing much to say about that. And now is the main dish. How many of the media cards that I'm playing? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So only running 3 less, which means maximum I can do 2 times of the 5 and 1 time on 3 maximum. And if there's like nothing go to the damage or go to the drop by any kind of accident, or I drop them out because I want to use my right deck or PG. Yeah, that's the maximum. So of course there's a risk that I cannot fully do the effects more than 2 times, but usually this amount of meteor is enough for me to close games, because I just need to use the 5 for 2 times, basically clean the whole board, and yeah, that will already change the whole game. And then what I need to wait for is if I have any triggers. Now, also talking about triggers, first, this Brandt over trigger, because I can double on a double, which is double the base power, double the front unit's power at the time, and crit. So just purely this card without any extra boost and something, you can first double the crit into 2 and double the crit into 4 just by this card. And you also get to give 2 times 100 million and draw 1. So yeah, you can see how crazy this is. Simply just doing that, your Vanguard is at 2 crit already. Double first time is 4, and double again is 8. So that is probably fatal. And even to a normal regards, 1 to 2 is 2, 2 to 2 times 2 is 4. So you still get to hit for 4 damage, which is pretty crazy. And then 8 more crit, which for them is the soul charging crit, just because I sometimes may still need more souls, but I do want to choose the timing, even though the meteor can do the same job, but having extra chances to do that I think is great. But if you don't have this crit, you can just use any other crit you want, because the main goal is to have crits, so that when you use your Vanguard skill to activate the crit 2 times, you can basically pump a unit by 20k into a crit. Of course you can share the crit to somewhere else, but having the chance to hit 3 damage or more usually is enough threats to your opponents, because they probably, if they take that hit, it's probably fatal, usually, unless they manage very well, because they do want some counterblast for their own skills. And yeah, and Vanguard is still also hitting high, so they are already giving up resources to protect on the Vanguard, and now they need to take care about the regards. And then 3 draws and 4 heals. That's what we have left, which I think is good enough. You don't need to use draw that much, because you do have some draw power in this deck. You have your meteor, you have your Baringer, so, and you get your person right, so you do actually have a lot of chances to draw. But the main goal is to try reach 5 meteor on your first Gravidia ride. Even with a personal ride, you try to push through, because this would just simply get 15k and 1 crit if you put 3, and if you put 5, you get double your trigger effects anyway, which sometimes, if you are actually going first, can just win the game right there. And since this card soul charge a lot, draws a lot, pulling cards from deck a lot, you are going to deck out very fast. So this deck is not a deck that if you want to play a long game, this is not the deck for you. If you want to have a very speedy game, it's like all out or nothing, I think this is probably the best deck for you, probably, because you don't need to think about too much. You just need to play your attackers on the right timing, usually on your great return, and unless you have 5 orders appearing already on the board to make these guys to 15k, then you can just simply use them to attack. Else you just go to great free, place enough orders, place all your front row, bash, put 5, see what you get. Very simple, and you just do 2 times. And if you can't finish your opponents by then, you probably have another extra turn, and then you're basically out, because you're running out of orders already, and there's nothing more you can do, at least for now, in DVD overlay format. Maybe later we will actually get some cards to grab set orders from drop to our hand, or maybe back to the board. Maybe, we don't know, but based on what we have now, this is what I think is working well for me, and that's why I'm showcasing it like this. Yeah, so that's it for this deck profile. It's actually quite fun, and I will show you guys 5 videos later after this, because I do have recorded that. I just need to get it edited and show you guys, then you will see how this deck actually works, and you can see how fast this deck can be, no matter how good luck or how bad luck you are. Yeah, so do let me know if you have any questions. Let me know your thoughts about this speedy game type. Do you like it? Do you not? And we can discuss from there. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe my channel for more deck profiles and more 5 videos. Yeah, I sometimes also stream on Twitch, sometimes, depending on if I do have any like deck building I want to do, then I will go there. Yeah, so thanks for watching guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.